Hundreds of guards employed to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda have been told their jobs are being cut, the Guardian has learned. About 280 Home Office contractors were informed on Friday that their roles were being made redundant because Labour has ditched the previous government's controversial scheme to send asylum seekers to Rwanda. In July, the Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, said the scheme had cost £700 million, even though not a single asylum seeker had been forcefully removed to Rwanda. She described the scheme as the biggest waste of taxpayers' money I have ever seen. An average salary of an overseas escort officer is about £34,000, and some earmarked to work on Rwanda flights say they had not had much work to do in the past year. The Guardian understands that the newly announced redundancy will reduce the number of escorts who accompany people the Home Office is deporting on planes by about 1/3. However, Home Office sources said a significant higher number of overseas escort officers were in the post than in 2022. Last year, the Times reviewed the Home Office had hired an aircraft hangar and a fuselage for overseas escort officers to practice forcible removal people on to flights to Eastern African country. So let's come to the fact table. So now the Rwanda plan that was reformed 4 to 5 times before it was even approved by the British Parliament, that later failed, was to cost UK £700 million, not to talk of the money they have sent to Rwanda already, which Rwanda said they are not going to return. And there's a whole lot of controversy surrounding this Rwanda plan. That is one of the reasons why it failed, because people were saying that Rwanda does not even have what it takes to be able to house these people, to be able to reintegrate these people into their own society, which was not going to be that easy, and that the UK did not do enough homework to make sure that everything that Rwanda was saying aligns with them being capable of carrying out their own part of the deal. But the truth now is that, imagine this £700 million, what it could do to British economy. Imagine that this money is invested in infrastructure in the UK. It will lessen the burden of the British citizen or the people that are living in the UK that are finding it difficult to find houses. Imagine that this £700 million is invested in companies. Imagine how many people it can give job to. So at the end of the day, the bottom line remains that politicians are one of the most desperate people on this earth. They can do whatsoever it takes without properly thinking through their plans, without properly making sure that their plans align or is in line with humanity. The only thing they see is that which they want to achieve, that they want to remain influential, they want to remain in power, they want to become far more richer than they were before they came into power. That is the only thing they see. Now, the Labour Party or the Labour government is now left with to clear these messes that the Conservatives left for the Labour government that came in. Yes. So it is time that every citizens of every part of the world should make sure. You see, time has gone past when people say, I am not interested in politics. See, the truth is, whether you're directly interested or indirectly interested, if you're not directly interested, you are indirectly interested, because at the end of the day, these people make laws that you and I have no choice than to abide by. So either you're directly interested, if not, you are equally indirectly interested. So people should learn to understand their local politics and international politics, because it is only when the majority of the average citizens understand their local and international politics, they will be able to make the right decision when election comes in their countries.